Start at the end, that was kind of perfect that Madison gets the ball, dribbles it out, and hugs Joe Huntermer. I mean, for someone who's been around them for so long, you're like, what does this day mean for you watching them have that?
You know what's amazing is you remember those first phone calls, that Madison Smith didn't even know, much about a service academy. And then you have a Joe Huntermer that's her dream come true. So it's kind of surreal when you get to this moment, and it seems like time flies, but just couldn't be more proud of our seniors. And I mean, and Madison Smith, I mean, we say Maddie's on a mission. She's been on one for the last couple of games, and she just continues to be productive and just work so hard. And Joe Huntermer just so consistent, just with 11 assists today. I mean, stats like that, I mean, they make a difference. It's not in that, score column, but, she gave 11 assists and, that's 22 more points for us. So just can't say enough about our seniors and how proud I am. And just, not of just what they've done on the court, but also off the court.
And, the start you get off to because of Madison, obviously playing a really good team, if you don't have that, things can go sideways, like how important was. And I realize you trailed after a quarter, but, you were right with them because of her scoring, really, right?
Well, you're right. Things can go sideways. I mean, and, while we stress what we're doing defensively, we got to make shots. And Madison did that today. And, how about Milani Perry down the stretch? I mean, there's nobody better, when the game's on the line than Milani Perry. So, just thankful for, just coming ready to play. And I think we saw that today.
With Milani, obviously we've seen what she can do. She's been, I don't know if she's been in a little bit of a slump or just others have been picking up the slack, but how important do you think it's going to be over the next 2 weeks to have this version of Milani Perry?
Well, the one thing I just told Milani in the locker room is don't ever doubt yourself. I mean, anytime you can, regardless of what kind of game you had before, don't let one carry over into the next. And, just that was a good reminder to her and everybody else of what she's capable of.
And how much motivation is there going into the pit? Just knowing, what that could mean for seeding and for momentum and everything else.
Well, you take momentum like this. A win like this into Albuquerque, and we know how tough it is to play there. But I think we've had some tough wins on the road, and I think after having those wins, and a win like this, it gives you, it motivates you, and you have even more confidence going into a tough environment like that.
And one more thing on the seniors. So during pregame, they didn't seem to have any emotion about it, but I noticed Alexis Cortez couldn't stop tears. That says something to me that they mean so much to their teammates.
And when you see, whether it's a service academy or traditional four-year university, to have led by example, to be a member of a college basketball team for 4 years. It's not easy. And, Madison and Joe set the example. And, one of the things Lex said in the locker room today is, I don't know what I'm going to do without them. And because they have led by example, represented themselves, represented this program, the academy, all that does is, show those underclassmen what it's supposed to look like. So, thankful to have seniors like this and, senior days and, as graduation comes, sometimes clearly those are tough and sad events. But, we're going to enjoy this today and take that momentum in Albuquerque.
Perfect. Yeah, super awesome. Huge team win for us. We needed that win. And Joe had a great game. I had a great game. Lonnie had a great game. Couldn't ask for more on my senior night.
Yeah, and then even to dribble out the clock. What's going through your mind at that point?
Actually, I told Joe that last steal made my day. The points is whatever. 6 steals, that pumps me up. So it was awesome. Yeah, just great team win. Going into the locker room was really special.
Was there any point today you had a hard time keeping it together? Because you seemed pretty cool.
I was a little bit nervous last night, actually. And I think it's just a lot of people were coming to this game, so I didn't want to let them down. I've been going so well, and then I didn't want to have a bad shooting night or something like that when a lot of people are here to watch. But once it turned game time, we all knew to lock in and just do what we know how to do.
So I liked how Coach phrased it, that Maddie's on a mission. What has this stretch run meant to you, and how, like, I guess, why have you felt the need to do that, and how have you achieved it?
I think both Joe and I just realized our clock's winding down, and the harder we play and the better we do, the more chance we have to keep that clock going and add some time to it. So we're doing everything we can to keep this season rolling.
Okay. And then, what kind of motivation is there going to be going into Albuquerque, knowing, as you mentioned, the seed situation, everything that's at stake?
A lot of motivation, and I think this is a great win to come off of. Boise State's a good team, and now we know we can beat good teams, not that we haven't before, but I think it was a huge confidence boost. I mean, Joe, 11 assists, Milani, 25 points. Like, that's what you need, your upperclassmen coming off, going into a game like this, so I'm really excited.
Well, ask Maddie the same question, like, how perfect was that ending? Where she gets steal, dribbles it out, you guys get to hug, you beat Boise State.
Yeah, it was great. Maddie had a heck of a defensive game, so her to end the game on that was great. And obviously me and her have been through a lot, so the nice little embrace at the end meant a lot.
Yeah, on a day like this, do you reflect on a lot, that's gone into this?
Yeah, I think we've been realizing more like, wow, like now we're old. We remember our seniors and their senior night when we were freshmen. And now that's us for the freshmen on the team right now. But, yeah, we've been through a lot, so love that girl.
And, for you in particular, being a starter on the 2 winning teams in Air Force history, how much pride do you take in what you have done here?
A lot. I definitely think just the way I play and everything, it took more than just me. I'm a pass-first point guard, so it wasn't just me, but I have the right people surrounding me, and that's what helps us win.
But I'm going to keep at this until you talk about you.
Okay.
You had to unlock some of that. Because, that's your role, is to unlock that.
Yeah.
So, I know you had people around, but someone had to hold that key.
Yeah.
And
I think everyone, likes to play with a pass-first point guard, and they allow me to play like that, which is, I do pass up open shots, and they definitely get really mad, but they let me still stay out there and keep playing.
Okay. And, I mean, as you reflect, are the records the thing that you're going to be most proud of? The 2 teams that had the winning records, the overall, win-loss record, or, is there some individual stuff? Is there relationships? What stands out?
Yeah, no, not the records, because I think in a couple of years everyone will forget that. I think this program is going to get better and better, and they're going to break the records that we had. It's definitely the relationships that I've built, especially with this team. This team chemistry is great.
Have you made an effort and I talked to Alexis Cortez, because she was crying in the pregame just because of what you guys mean to her. Is there a concerted effort as a leader to foster that environment?
Definitely. I think we take pride in that. Being up on the hill is a different experience, and coming down, we're a family down here, and we all have the same goal. So, and the only way to get there is if we like each other. So.